Hey guys, how are you doing? Hope you're doing well. I want to jump onto a quick reading and coming into April 2025. We're in spring. With spring, it brings the growth of things that we've been working on from the past year, what we've been putting in the mix, what we're wanting to create, accomplish. Spring is about blossoming, the seeds that we've planted, rising, coming up, and budding, right? And so we may see some things transition out, some things transition in. So a lot of times this can be a little wobbly for many, especially if you're losing your footing on a relationship or job or whatever the case may be for you. So in a general reading, I pulled some cards. And just to kind of give an outlook for going forward, to help bring some awareness in it. I know I'm going through some changes as well with that, so we'll see what happens. So the first card that popped out was this card. This is going to be the Seven of Swords. So a lot of people look at this card as people backstabbing or stealing or being conniving, or things that are happening behind the scenes that maybe you're not aware of, or you're aware of. Could be something that's sabotaging you, could be your own awareness, because it represents the mind. The swords can be very cunning, and you see there's two swords left, so there's still two options there. And the guy's taken away all this other stuff. So we can look at this as the universe, the guy, we can look at that as the universe doing its thing, clearing your path so you can see what you need to look at in the change. Or we can look at it, in an illusional way, confusing, stuck, why this happened to me, and going down that rabbit hole, because sometimes things may look like it's against you and it's actually for you, right? So don't get caught up in the drama of it. Try to look at it and say, okay, so what is still here? What is being taken away that's no longer of use to me, or is no longer in alignment with me, or is not serving me, right? And look at what is remaining. So it's a great way to look at it. So that was the first, and that was the whole topic card, right? And so around that, we have this card, right? So if we don't look at it from the right perspective, we can get caught up in the negative of it, right? The drama of it, losing stuff, things falling away. We can suffer it if we are grabbing onto it, attachment to the things that we know. Nobody likes change. So, these are things that we want to kind of look at in these changing situations that are going to be coming up here in April, right? So we have the spring, and it's just, you can look at the vegetation, let's just say that, like trees, animals, in springtime, we always have budding of everything that's been planted, the seeds over the seasons, right? Over the winter when we hibernate, and what do we look at back at on, throughout the year, things that we've been putting in the bucket, from last year are going to start to come up and rise. And what we've put and planted is going to be the budding, right? And so sometimes it may have been, without really realizing it, maybe this person or this job or this place that you're staying at, living at, the house or the home or the whatever the case may be for you, the job created a situation that had you put seeds in the mix that would bud, right? Whether we wanted it or not, if we weren't aware about it, right? And so that's what's budding now here in the spring, right? And we get to experience it, right? And so if we're holding on to it, we can go down in the drama, of it, right? And this is the Five of Swords, the mind card. And So as things are moving away, the dark clouds may come in, just try to see through it. Although we're seeing them walk away and things that are disappearing from our situation, we have to let it go for change to happen, right? And so we have the world. So new experiences, evolution, moving on, right? The whole world is changing. Your whole mainframe, your whole experience. You're going to have new experiences, new journeys, things like that, new people, new jobs. Whatever you've put into the basket, planted your seeds, is going to come into fruition, right? The changing of the clocks, right? And time. So you'll be guided on the journey, so don't worry about it, right? You have calm waters, you have rough waters. You may not see where you're going or what's going on. You haven't been shown it yet because there's the swords in front of them, but they have a back guidance, right? There's a person taking them to the shore. The shore is over there to the back. And then you're coming from the rough waters, right? And so you got to travel through it, right? And this is the Six of Swords. Again, another mind card. We have to just stay focused. I'm being guided. I'll be shown, and I'll know where to go and what to do in a situation, right? No matter what that is, whether it's toxic relationship, toxic job, don't want the job anymore, you're outgrown it, you've learned what you need to learn, you need to move on, you want to do something different, whatever that is, right, for you. And inspiration, divine inspiration will come when we can get out of our drama around the situation, right? This is source bringing you inspiration, so your guidance will come. We got to let it and allow it, but we can't if we have ourselves closed off and we are holding, grasping on to what was and not what is now, right? And so that'll help us to transition and shift into what's coming up for us, right? And just have faith and hope that we are going in the right direction, right? And when you do that, when you let go, you'll see the divine guidance that comes for you. And so the next one here is the Six of Pentacles. So the money's coming, right? You're going to be given the money, whatever it is that you're needing. And it's not just about money, it's about earthly things. Could be anything that's physical, it's in the physical realm, right? Things that we need, like a house, a garden, a car, a relationship. It could be a career, it could be whatever it is that is for you in this reading, right? Whatever you've been working on. So it's coming, right? So don't worry about it. Just stay focused. The King of Swords, right? Your higher power consciousness. Just be in mind, and again, another sword card. So that's the mind. Just be mindful, be in control of your mind. Don't let the mind take you off on the journey and the worry and the stress and like, oh my God, how am I going to do this? Where am I going to go? How, whatever, don't go down the rabbit hole. And you'll have the agreement, right? And so source is bringing that to you, right? So you don't have to worry. Everything is going to work out as planned, whatever that is for you, right? And so this can also represent the divine creator. Source could be you, your higher self, but stay out of the mind, control the mind, be in your own power. The agreement, right? And so the agreement is going to bring abundance, right? And so this is what you're going to receive, right? Whatever it is that he is so fitting because he's a gardener, right? He's in the garden, whatever you planted is going to grow, right? Do you remember what you planted the past year or the year before, what you've been wanting to work on, right? What have you been putting into the mix for the seeding, the seeds to sprout? And so if you know anything about manifesting, we have the thoughts, things that we don't want, makes us think of the things that we do want. And then the things that we do want, it's all there. And then when we put emotions with it and we speak it, it becomes more, it becomes activated, right? That's your activation. The emotion is your emotion is your emotion, and your speaking it is claiming it, putting it out there, defining it, right? And claiming it. So that's part of manifesting. I did a video on that before, where spirit guidance wanted me to share that, when you are manifesting, claim it, speak it out loud. A lot of us don't do that. And then when whatever it is that you're working on manifesting, intentionally or unintentionally, arises, be like a child, right? This guy's looking at his new gifts, his new abundance, new relationship, new car, new house, new job, career, whatever it is, from a child point of perspective. Play is the play, right? This one's representing the play. Be your youthful self, look at it, analyze it, think about it, mold it, do whatever it is that you want to do with it. It's almost like if you are purchasing a house, let's say, and the house isn't how you want it, but it's still the house that you want because it resonates with you. So things that's inside the house that you don't want, we change it, right? Play with it, rip down a wall, make it how you want it, right? It's not always just because you get something the way it is. You have to work with it, because not everything is always going to be perfect, right? We may have a little bit of a something in it, the house that you don't like or want. You may want to make something else out of it, make an additional room, right? Change the carpet, paint the wall, right? Look at it, play with it, have fun with it, enjoy it. You manifest it, right? And be in joy of it, the abundance that you're going to receive, right? Because a lot of people look at abundance as, okay, well, abundance is what? We sometimes always look at it as, well, something that is maybe, trying to look for the right words here, perfect, right? And although it is perfect because we received it's divine abundance, right? We're receiving the abundance of what it is that we've been working on or wanting to change or have or manifest, either consciously or unconsciously. But it's not always perfect in the way that we receive it, which a lot of people don't realize that, we can want something, but does it mean that we really want it, right? Is it going to come in the way that we want it? I know in a lot of my manifestations, although it's perfect, there's always something about it that isn't, right? And it's like we need to just work on that, right? And keep molding, keep playing, play the play, right? And so whatever your abundance is, if it's a job, there may be aspects about it still that you don't like, right? There may be a house that you get or receive that you don't like parts of it, or even of the person that you're having a new relationship with that appears, going to be stuff about them that you don't like, right? It's not 100% foolproof. Abundance doesn't mean that. Abundance means that you're receiving your manifestations, right? Whatever that is, consciously or unconsciously, because sometimes we manifest things unconsciously that we don't want, right? So whatever that is, in this case, you're going to have others around, and it's something that you have to work on and build and work with. It's always something, right? It's always changing, manifesting, creating, right? And this could be if you're having a new job, right? You have other people that you're working with, right? It could be, and again, it's abundance because there's pentacles, right? You're working towards a goal, new job, right? You're going to work on a team, or maybe you're starting a new business and you need people to come work with you. Or if it's a house, you may need people because there's like, they're holding papers, right? So you may want to reconstruct your house, right? You're going to need people to come with you. It's working together on that, right? It's going to bring you this one. This is Four of Pentacles, more abundance, right? You're going to feel more stable. You're going to feel more solid, not always uncertain, but it's to help you to feel more stable, right? So maybe more of a stable relationship, more of a stable job, more of a stable housing, whatever the case may be. But it's there, right? It's going to be As whereas before, maybe you didn't feel solid in your relationship. Maybe you didn't feel happy in your job, right? Excuse me, allergies, um, the pollen. um, but whatever it is going to help you to feel more stable in it, right? To whereas maybe you didn't have that before, and that's why it shifted out, right? Because it wasn't helping you to get where you needed to be, right? It wasn't supporting you. It's no longer serving you, right? It's going to bring the end of all the stuff, heartache and suffering. There's the three, which is the mind again, into the heart, right? And stop sabotaging ourselves. We can stop suffering, crying, worrying, hating, being angry. Things are going to shift and they're going to be able, whatever the case may have been in your situation, house, job, car, relationship. Um, you have the ending of that, right? And then, right, we have the heart, right? The emotions, and that's the Knight of Cups. And he's able to now move forward, right? With and lead from a different place than before, right? More heart centered, more confident, more secure, more balanced, right? In whatever the situation is for you. Again, whatever you're manifesting. And then the magician, the magician, right? So you have all all and everything that you need, right? It's all here. All the tools that you need to work with the new abundance, what you've created for this year. You've developed the skills, you've learned the lessons, you've obtained the attainments, and now you're able to move forward with your new direction into this year, right? Because now that we have all the seeds planted, and they're budding, we're going to receive the abundance. And we have now, from the past, achieved everything that we needed to in order to do it. And that's pretty much the reading. We're going on the new journey of the magician in this year, 2025. Happy journeys.